Crawlers, welcome back to Motion RC. I'm James, and today we're doing an overview on the Harvest 1/18 scale RC crawler from Hobby Plus that you see before you. And we're just going to go over everything that comes out of the box, a little bit about the specs, and then show you how this thing drives around, whether indoor or outdoor. This new lineup that we got from Hobby Plus, all of their models are really fantastic crawlers. Again, ready to run package, so you're going to have everything you need to get out and start crawling, and they're great intro option for anybody looking to get into RC crawlers. They come with some great scale features that we'll go over. Now, before you, we sell this version. The Harvest comes in two different colors. You're either going to get it in the box in this blue, which is like more of a shiny, or you got the matte finish of the gray. Now, if you get it, again, it's going to come assembled. You're going to pull it out of the box just like this. The company had just sent me an extra body just so I can show off the colors, and when I film the video here of both, that's the same chassis, just I swapped the body tops just so you guys can get to see a little bit about, you know, what each one looks like. Now, taking a look at some of the features. So looking at the Harvest itself, you're going to notice, at least on some of the videos too, that we have LED lights. You have both rear lights, red. You have front lights as well that are plugged in, ready to go right out of the box, which is awesome. The top row lights, though, the light bar, those you can add LEDs to those, but those don't come pre-installed. There's no wiring come out, so they're just there for faux, like the casings. But if you want to, there are additional lights that you can add, and the multifunction control board in there has extra slots where you could easily plug in extra lights and add them to really take it to the next dimension. Some of the features as well, we have a panhard drive system on the chassis. So you have a panhard bar, that's this bar up front. That's what's going to control, and just the suspension in general on all these Hobby Plus models is really fantastic. Mostly plastic design underneath, so spare parts are going to be available at motionrc.com. And then as far as the tires go, super soft, very grippy. Like if I put it onto, you know, a slippery surface, because, you know, I polyurethane this table, so it is naturally slippy, but it will, you know, it sticks to even here. So if you're taking this outside, going to drive it around on rocks or sand or dirt, however you're going to do it, or inside, you're going to get a lot of grip and some high torque coming out of this model as well. This model runs on a 600 milliamp. This is what's included, a 600 milliamp 2S LiPo. Out of the box, you'll get a charger for it as well, just a USB charger, so you can plug it in, but if you want, you could always charge this up on, you know, your standard charger. You get a manual that's going to go over all the functionality of the transmitter and, you know, show you the replacement parts that you might need if something breaks. So a lot of information in there. And then you get a couple tools and spare parts. They give you 4 springs, so if you do have an accident with one of your suspensions, you get an extra spring. You get a little lug wrench that's going to help you take off and remove your tires, which, you know, is needed if you eventually, you know, wear them out. And you get a screwdriver, which is going to fit all the screws around the model if you need to take anything out or, you know, remove parts. This screwdriver will get it done. Now, as far as the transmitter goes, you will need to provide 4 AAA batteries. That's the only thing you're going to have to provide out of the box for you, but you get all your basic functionality that you would on most RC cars, from throttle and steering trims. You get dual rates for your steering and your throttle as well. You have the ability to reverse your throttle and steering if one of the channels, you know, is backwards. Just flip the switch and it'll reverse. And then you also got the side buttons here. This button down here, the channel 4 button, that's going to be able to turn the lights on and off when you're ready to drive it. Now, before I plug this one in, this model itself does have C-clips, so you just got to take off 4 clips if you want to get access to the body. And then keep in mind that the lighting system is plugged in and attached to the canopy. So when you do first take off the body, don't pull too hard, because you'll see this is how it's rigged up on a standard model. This end will be plugged in to the control board, and it's all taped in there nicely and put together. So you'll see when I take this off, you just don't want to pull too hard. You don't want to break the wire. But I'm going to rest this down, and I could even unplug it for right now just to show you the internals of the model. So now taking a look at the chassis with the body off, you can see everything that's in here. Very simple, but very neat, very clean design. So it comes with 3 like rubber bands that are gonna help hold your battery in place, and the battery tray in the back fits perfectly for this 600 milliamp LiPo. And that LiPo is gonna give you anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes driving this thing around. So it's a good time on a smaller 2S pack like this. And then the multifunction control board, you will see there's a lot of open ports here. So if you want to add, you know, the top headlights, you want to add other things, you have that functionality and available to you. You got your on-off switch, so turning it on and off is easy, and you could get your finger under there to turn it on and off without taking the top off too, which is nice. And then, you know, just taking a look through the internals, you can see the motor mounted nicely and safe. These are waterproof electronics too, so you know, I wouldn't submerge it for too long, but you can definitely play in the mud and dirt. You know, that's what crawlers are good for. So don't, you know, have no fear when you're taking it out like that. So let me get the canopy pack on, and then we'll turn it on, drive it around the table a bit. There we go. So now we're all plugged in. Now you can see the once you're plugged in and bound up, again, turn your transmitter on first, then turn the on switch to the truck, and it'll bind right away. And you can always tell by just moving the steering wheel back and forth. But now looking at the lights, you want to hit this, like I said, you hit this channel 4 button 3 times, 4 times will change the brightness of the lights. So you see you got rear lights and again the front lights, and you can imagine, you know, it'll look great if you add additional lights to the top bar. But you know, driving around, so straight out of the box, full throttle, she moves pretty good. You know, very torquey. You can feel the power in it, but it is proportional steering control. So the lighter you press on the you know, on the transmitter, the slower it'll go. If I lower the dual rate on the throttle, you know, right now it won't even drive. So if you need it to be, if you want full trigger to be just slight, like now I'm fully pressed because I lowered the rates on the transmitter, like that's full throttle. So it's up to you how you want to control it. That's what's great about you know, having these options on your RC transmitter. You could go full blast and it'll move, you know, however you want to drive, whatever the terrain you're going to be working with a truck like this, then that's going to be on you to control. But all around, I can't speak anything negatively about what you get for the price on these Hobby Plus products, especially the Harvest. It's a cool pickup truck, again, with 2 great bodies. I actually prefer the matte finish on the gray. I think that's really nice, but it comes out of the box as you see it, and you don't have to do much. But if you ever get in trouble, you need new tires, you need new spare parts, definitely check, you know, the product page, because we have all the parts you're going to need to keep this truck running for a while. As far as driving it around, guys, again, we took it outside and we're just driving it around on some rocks and trying to crawl up things, and all around a lot of fun. This is going to work great both indoors or outdoors. You know, crawling is its own niche of the RC hobby, and you can see guys set up full courses. I wish we had the ability to do that, but they have all sorts of crawler courses with all cool, you know, sorts of things, and this 1/18 scale truck is going to be able to do a lot of that stuff for anybody who wants to play in the mud. So guys, that'll pretty much do it for this video here. The Harvest is available right now in both color options, as well as many other great crawlers from Hobby Plus, so definitely check the links. They're all in the description of this video. If you could, please hit the like button on your way out the door. It helps, or even hit the dislike if you want to. It's up to you. That's fine. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. We'll try to answer them as fast as we can. Thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.